everybody, it's been a while. Gonna go on a little adventure, see if we can't find some fiddleheads. They're just about gone by now, I think, but a guy I work with told me he's got a patch that there may still be some left. So, with some luck, we'll find some. Hi, well, I'm here. I didn't want to tape any of my drive in because I didn't want anybody to know where the spot is. Just because once people find out about a good spot, they pick them dry. I'm in this place right now where there's some ferns that aren't fiddleheads. I want to show you the difference, okay? So I'm just going to put the camera down here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, as you can see here, these have like little white hairs all over them. That's not a fiddlehead. And also, if you can see the stem, it's rounded here. Now, look, if you find a real fiddlehead or ostrich fern as they're actually called, there's a little V in here. Once I find some, I'll show you so you know what I'm talking about, and you can see the difference in the different plants. Fucking goddamn black flies are killing me today. I did find some, and they're pretty well gone by. I'll show you. I got one fiddlehead and one of the other ferns to show you the difference. I got them side by side. I'll see how well this shows up. As you can see, the fiddlehead here is a much darker green. And if you see down along the stem here, they've got these look like dead leaves, this really papery stuff. It's brown. That's when you know it's a fiddlehead. And there's that little groove. I don't know if you can see that or not. That little groove I was talking about in the stalk. That's another good indicator that you've got a fiddlehead. Now this is the other one. As you can see, it's a lot paler. It's got that rounded stalk all the way around, and it's got this like fur. Sometimes it's white, sometimes it's brown. This like fur on the outside of it. That's, you can eat them. They're edible, but they're bitter as hell. They taste like shit. You can eat all ferns, but there's something in them that makes them really bitter. And the fiddleheads, or the ostrich fern, is the least bit of that. Once you boil them up, the bitterness all goes right away. So this one is edible. It's getting to be a little bit beyond. But actually, as I'm sitting here right now, I can see some other ones shooting up out of the ground. I'll switch this camera around and hopefully be able to zoom in and show you guys what I'm talking about. Hang on. Here we are here. You see these guys? That's what you would want to pick for a fiddlehead. You can see the V here, and it's got this brown papery leaves on the outside. That's when you know it's a fiddlehead. So these ones haven't gone by yet. These are still good. So as you can see, I picked a couple of them, but there's still a whole bunch here left in this group. See, I don't want to my hand here. I don't want to clear these all out. I just take a couple from each spot I find so that I don't overpick them, and they'll be back for next year. All right, I'm going to go further down here and see if I can't find more on this stage and get enough for a little feed. Then I'll take them home. Hopefully I'll get enough and clean them and show you guys how to prepare them. Show you how to clean them and prepare them. All right. Okay, I found another little patch here. I can't really see the viewfinder because of the glare on the screen. Hopefully you guys can see this all right. No, let me see here. See where my hand is. Okay, you guys can't see that, so give me a second. Okay, so right down here on the bottom, you see all these little ones? I leave these, so for next year. But the bigger ones, like this, are the ones that I'll be picking. And so that way there, I won't pick them all, of course, like I said. I'll pick the select few with them. And I'll leave those small ones. I won't touch those at all, because next year they'll come back nice and strong and we'll have a nice healthy patch here. All right, so when you pick them, just snap them off like that. You can use a knife if you want, but I just snap them off. So you don't want a whole lot of stem on it, because the further down you go, sort of like broccoli, it's a little woody. I'll take another one back here. And that's about all I would do. I would take that many of them, and I would leave all these here for next year, all right? And yeah, like I say, I'm like a broken record. I repeat myself over and over again, but that way we have a good crop next year. See, what happens with my spot I used to have was someone went in last year, and they decimated. They picked every one of them. And I went back in this year, and there were a few coming up, but they were only like the small ones I have there. So I'm just going to leave those, and hopefully next year, if whoever stays out next year, I can get a good crop of them. Anyhow, I'm going to go do some more picking, and then I'll probably see you back at the house when they clean these guys up. Okay, we made her home. So now we're going to clean them. I did find some, but not quite enough for a full meal. So I had some left over in the fridge that were already cleaned. So I'm going to put these in with the ones that I found and show you how to clean them. So these are ones here that have already been cleaned. And this one here is one that hasn't been. So all I'm going to do is just move these around. Just keep washing them off, and all that brown papery leaf stuff should come right off. You can rub them down like this if you want as well, but that shit should all come off when you just agitate them quite a bit. You're not going to get it all off either, eh? And it won't kill you, that's for sure. But it makes it more appealing when you go to eat them than having the brown shit hanging off of it. Now, a lot of people will do this in a colander. I typically do that too when I do it in the house in the sink. But I get one of these Freshworks containers that has this little insert. You might see it and take it out. So I'll just put that on top so they'll all stay in it. And when I drain this off, I'll drain all that dirty water off. That should be good. Let's see, hopefully you guys can see this. All that shit comes off. So now we get some pretty clean fiddleheads. Even these ones I just picked, see, they're all that brown shit's gone off of them. So what I'm gonna do now, fry them into my canteen cup. And I'm gonna have to go over turn the hose on there, I think, and get some water and boil these off. So all you do is boil them or steam them. Jesus, I got more hair than I thought I had. There. We'll just put that much in for now. I'm gonna go put some water in that, and I'll be right back. There, hopefully I'm not cutting too much of me or the stove off here, but I got some water in that. You can see there. There we go. Sparker didn't seem to be working. There. Put my cap on first, I guess. Is it just me, or is it everybody who's got a lid for the canteen cup? is that I always try to put it on backward. I always try to put it on this way for some reason. I don't know why. It may be just me. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys do the same thing, just let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to find out if it happens to other people as well. So what we're going to do is just let this boil, sort of like broccoli or corn. Once you can get that smell, when you start smelling it, you know it's close to being done. So all you do to find out is you just take your fork or a knife or something and poke them, and once they're tender, they're good enough to eat. And a lot of people will do is they'll boil them like this or steam them first, and then they will take them out and saute them in a frying pan. But I like them just like this. I steam them up good so they're nice and tender, and I put in a big gob of butter and a little bit of salt and some cider vinegar, and that's how I really like them. So we're going to let this boil, and I'm going to go in the house and grab a little bit of butter, some cider vinegar, and a little bit of salt, and we'll have a little feast and see how she is. Oh, she just started boiling good. Let's check on them. Yep. Looking good. I'd say about another 10 minutes and they'll get nice and tender. Okay, I think these guys are done. Let's take a peek here. Oh yeah, they're nice and tender now. I'm just going to drain these guys off. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see this. Add a little bit of that Himalayan pink salt. Good healthy dose of cider vinegar. A big old pat of butter. I'm just going to mix that all around. Stir that around, get that butter melted and all that goodness. Now these do boil down quite a bit, as you can see. So take that into consideration for portion sizes when you're cooking them up, because you're going to want to cook more than you think when they're raw. There we go. So, I want to do a shout out as well to a friend of mine here in town. No, let's try these out first. If you're wondering what they taste like, they're similar to like a Swiss chard or something like that. If you like Swiss chard, you'll love these. And it just blows me away that people come here to the East Coast and spend big money in the restaurants to have something like fresh fiddleheads and mussels. I can go out in the woods, pick fiddleheads. I can go down to any wharf here at low tide, pick a couple pounds of mussels, cook them up. Doesn't cost me a cent. Anyway, so I was just saying I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine. In the last couple months, I just found out that he had a YouTube channel himself. His name's Jason LeCar. He runs a car lot here in town. And a friend of mine's been a friend for, 20 years or so. I bought my last 4 vehicles from him, actually. Anyway, if you like, wrenching on cars, or taking a look at what they're doing on the lot and what cars they get coming in, what's selling, what repairs have to do to them, whatnot, give them a check them out. I'll put the links in the description below here in the video so you can go check them out. He's on a 2,000 subscription. Jesus Christ. He's on a 2,000 subscriber drive right now. I think right now last time I checked, he was at 1,200. He's got this old beater he's driven for the last year, I think. He calls it Bubbles. And what he plans on doing once he hits that 2,000 mark, he's going to destroy it. Not quite sure now, but I think there's going to be a big boom involved. So anyway, once he hits that 2,000 mark, he's going to shoot that video and then release it after he hits the 2,000 mark. So anyway, if you're interested in something like that, go give him a sub. Real nice guy. Yeah. Anyway, that's about all I got for you guys here today. I'm sure you don't want to sit here and see me eat the rest of these. But I think I'll eat these up. And I think I'll cook the rest I got here too as well. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you later.